you doing everyone? My name is Ryan and this is Ade and welcome back to another edition of Boxtalk. Me and Ade are boxing fans and we like, we like boxing, like world-class boxing, looking at great boxing. We like watching prospects, we like watching all the fights that are coming up. We don't really like watching the fights that are coming down. But you got a fight coming up in a few weeks where you got two fighters that are clearly on the slide. You should really call this match the loser leaves town match.
Ooh, that's harsh.
You got one guy in his last 7 fights, he's 3 wins, 3 losses and 1 draw. You got another guy in his last 7 fights, he's 4 losses and 3 wins. I'm talking about Berto versus Victor Ortiz. In my opinion, none of them are ranked top 10 welterweights no more. Most will be around 15. But one thing you have about two fighters that hate each other and got a grudge, you get a good fight. And that's what it comes down to when you're watching boxing. You want a good fight which is competitive. Now I wouldn't want to see these guys fight anyone ranked above them. But at this stage in their career, with all the ups and downs, they're actually both right here.
Yeah, and sometimes I want to see a Lomachenko.
Yeah.
Sometimes I want to see a GGG, I want to see a Chocolita, I want to see a Kovalev, I want to see a Terence Crawford. Sometimes I just want to put my feet up, Ryan, brandy and coke, and watch a good little square and duster. You know, almost like a British style, let's have it. And that's what these guys gave us in their first fight. I think there was 4 knockdowns or 3 knockdowns in the first fight, and it went all the way and Berto lost his belt. And Ortiz obviously went on to fight Mayweather. It's weird now how it's the other way around in terms of Berto just fought Mayweather.
That's
it's strange how that's kind of happened. Don't be fooled by Berto fighting Mayweather, guys. Remember that's our first reaction when we heard Berto fighting Mayweather, like it was laughable. And his performance wasn't much in that anyway. Berto, I was extremely high on about 6-7 years ago.
I'm gonna cut you off. Berto was the second coming of Jesus, as far as Ade was concerned.
Yeah, I thought, oh my God, we've got something here. And then as soon as they matched him, it wasn't even the Guerrero. As soon as they matched against Luis Collazo, I saw problems.
There was holes, and
I thought, oh, this wasn't part of the deal. Where's this come from? And since then, to be fair to him, yes, he's two-time world champion. I believe he is 2-time, isn't it? Yeah. But he's reached his limit. We know what he is now. He reminds me of Bradley, where they just look too muscle-bound. It's not fluid, it's not smooth, but you're going to get a good fight out of Berto. And that's what he is. He's a fan-friendly TV guy. And that's what I've just come to expect from him. So that's why I don't get angry with Berto anymore. I can't get angry with him. You are what you are. Ortiz, on the other hand, just simply doesn't want to fight. Isn't built for fighting. Doesn't want it. And obviously we saw that earlier ago. Was it 7 years ago against Maidana? Where he pretty much quit. And said, what was his post-fight interview?
Why am I getting hit like that for?
And I thought, what do you think this is, swimming? What do you think this is? This is boxing. And it was done for me from there. And I really thought Victor Ortiz was going to go somewhere. And he's tried to come back. He's done well, getting the man of a fight and beat up Berto. But let's be honest, he's a Hollywood guy, run out of money, and he's come back.
Ortiz was the hype.
Ortiz was
the hype. Golden Boy was pushing like he's the next big thing. But if you follow boxing, look around boxing, there always talks about Ortiz's commitment to the sport. And this is not talking about before the Madonna fight. I'm talking from the amateur days. There were talks. Guess what? This guy has potential, has talent, but he might not have that side of the game tied down. The thing about what I like about Ortiz and what I don't like about him, is that he could put a good interview on. And he could kind of talk, and you can't believe him, I'm trying to say. And he's like, I got the spirit, I got the fire, I'm gonna, and you kind of feel like, guess what, I can get behind this.
You're like, come on.
Then I'm trying to say. And then he gets clipped. I'm trying to say. And what happens when he gets clipped, he does this little reaction, this little face, this little movement, and it's like, you know it's hurt, and everyone knows you're hurt.
You mean like the Cotto Shuffle?
Yeah, like the Cotto Shuffle.
Guys, have you seen the Cotto Shuffle, by the way? The Cotto Shuffle is fantastic.
The little back step.
Oh, it's the best shuffle. He's gone.
Yeah, he's gone.
He's gone.
But, and the thing about Ortiz is that he will give it a go. That's the thing I like about Ortiz. He will give it a go until he gets tagged back. Not particularly really hard either. I'm not saying he's chinny, he just doesn't like when the fire gets hot. Except in one fight. Berto. Them two don't like each other enough where whatever demons he has, Ortiz lets it go for this one fight.
And that's why I think it makes a real good fight. Because I definitely think that Ortiz is way on the slide compared to Berto. Berto still could mix it in and around some of the best guys at the division. I really think no, he couldn't. He'll get beat. Yeah. Don't get me wrong. I'm not trying to say he'll beat them, but he'll mix it in with those kind of guys.
Sometimes you got to look at like just the overall package of everything together. Josito Lopez is a good fighter, but he's not a world titleist. Yeah. He wouldn't be a world titleist. He'd be a good contender. And he'll make decent money, and he's a fan-friendly fighter, and you'll like him. But you wouldn't say he's extremely talented, or gifted, or a one-punch guy, or a fast guy. He's just a good, hard worker. Yeah. You admire that, you like that. Josito Lopez was whooping the living crap out of Andre Berto as far as I was concerned. He was out-punching him, out-landing him, out-maneuvering him, doing everything you're supposed to do in a fight, and was having his way with the fight until he got clipped. Yeah, and then I thought it was a quick stoppage from the ref. People disagree with me, it's up to you. But that's your level now. You can't handle a guy that is just a good general all-rounder who's not going to be an elite operator. You got to an elite operator, you've dropped a bit through shoulder operation and activity and all other stuff, whatever's happened, but you've not come back, and you can't deal with these type of guys no more. So as much as Berto as a name, and he has ability will only take you so far. You need a full package, and that's what Berto doesn't have no more. He doesn't have the full package.
And we can say the same thing about Ortiz.
No, exactly.
Let's not forget, Ortiz broke.
Yeah.
I mean, so Josito Lopez broke Ortiz's jaw.
Yeah.
So it's almost similar. They're almost kind of punching around that same level.
That's what I'm trying to say.
I mean, Berto's biggest win to this day is still Collazo. Yeah. And when you think of a 147 division that has been stacked for the last 15 years, it's been stacked. Yeah. For your biggest win still to be Luis Collazo, who's a good guy but is a gatekeeper really, says a lot. And even that was razor thin. Yeah. Like I said, I'm not mad about Berto anymore. Yes, Berto doesn't have great foot movement. He has no foot movement. Yeah. He's still got a bit of hand speed, still got a bit of punch power. I just accept him for what he is right now, and I accept this fight for what it is right now. Yeah. None of these guys are going to win and call out Brook where they shouldn't, or call out Khan or Danny Garcia. They're just going to win, and they've got to take another step. But I like it. It's a fan-friendly fight, and I don't mind it.
I like it. I said they're both at the same level, so I have no problem with the fight.
I think Berto's higher than Ortiz.
I don't know. I think they're both. I think it's a good fight. I like it, but I'm not disillusional of where they stand or what this fight means in the big picture of everything.
Do you think Berto, because he got picked up by Mayweather, and because Mayweather didn't stop him, which Mayweather hasn't stopped anyone in years, do you think he now thinks he's higher than he is because of that? Because he fought Mayweather? Do you think he thinks I'm taking a massive step down to fight Ortiz?
No. He wants revenge. You can't take a step down when the guy's already beat you. Yeah. You know what I mean? You want something back. And like I said, for if I was Andre Berto before the first fight, I'd be like, guess what? Ortiz don't have it. I've definitely got it. But after that fight, like, guess what? I don't know what he done in this fight, but he's definitely got something. I should have beat this dude that night, and I messed up. Maybe I didn't take him serious enough. I underestimated him. Or I don't know what I've done, but I need to get back on this guy. And that's what he thinks in this fight right now. He's coming back on him.
I agree with that point, but I've got to say, to counter it, I question Berto, and I question everything about his team. That you fought Mayweather in September, and so you've just gone in there with the pound for pound number one, the retiring pound for pound number one, and then your next fight is Ortiz. I've got a question that big time in terms of your mentality. No, you've got a question of mentality because as I'm a boxer, Ortiz is a part-time fighter at best now. When I look at the welterweight division in itself, and yes, we might say Berto is not where he needs to be, and we know that. But if I'm Berto, I'm looking around that 147 division. I'm thinking, I need to snack a name here. Right. And if you're picking out Ortiz as someone you think is going to take you to any level, revenge isn't everything. Like everyone, remember people back in the day were saying, Khan's got to get revenge on Prescott. Khan's got to get revenge on Garcia. You don't need to get revenge if you can move on.
Alright, let me give you an example. We go to the gym tomorrow, and I out bench press you. What do you want to do next week?
I want to. It's a good point you make, but if I go to the gym and I out bench the pound for pound number one, I'm not even looking at you. Or if I compete against the pound for pound number one, I'm thinking, gotta go to the gym and out bench that guy that beat me, even though I made my highest payday against. So I'm not thinking about Ortiz. Ortiz is like, been there, done that.
You still want to get your revenge back. And for the record, Addy out bench presses me.
Sometimes.
Yeah. You're good. Yeah. Anyway, the point I'm making is that it's revenge. He fully got something to prove.
What if he loses?
It's a strong possibility.
It's a very strong.
It's a strong possibility. To be
Is
fair,
that worth rolling the dice with? That's my point. I actually think Ortiz could beat Berto.
no, the thing about it right now, honestly, I don't have a winning this fight. I don't think I'm gonna get a prediction on this fight. it don't even need a prediction. It's just a good fight. It's just a good fight. And you know, the team why don't need a prediction, because I don't really care who wins. Give me a good fight, show me what you got, and then you know I'm cool with that, because I don't think none of them have any progression that their next fight means something more. We also having a direction on Box Talk where you go after this. Where does the winner go after this?
That's why I'm more upset with Berto's camp. Because for me, I think Berto wants to be a fighter. His whole family's fighting. I mean, his dad's a monster, his brother, you know, they don't mix much. There's a fighting family. I think even his sister done some sort of combat sport. He wants to be a fighter. You're picking Ortiz here for me because it's a fun fight. For Ortiz, that's fantastic. Because you make money. For Berto, I'm questioning whether you really want this or not. If that's what you're doing, maybe it's the Mayweather curse. Everyone says it's the Mayweather curse. You get the Mayweather money and you don't really want it anymore. And I think that this, for me, this is disappointing. I think Ortiz's shine is coming to an end. Yes. And I'm not being bad. Let's be fair. He made a big name for himself with the Mayweather fight and the controversy of the headbutt. Got on Dancing with the Stars. Made a couple of movies, Expendables 3, and I think there was another one he was in. Or whatever. And I'm trying to say, he's an asset. He's a crossover star now. Boxing has none. He's one.
Maybe not a big crossover star,
but he's a crossover star.
But he's got a mainstream TV. Got in a major Hollywood movie with a whole bunch of the great stars, the Arnolds, the Stallones, all right, guys.
We know the stars.
You get what I'm trying to say, yeah? So he's got something out of it, and like I said, he needs boxing not as a sport, but to keep him in the mix. This stuff ain't moving right now. I could do a little bit of boxing. Now I've got a movie, do a little movie.
So what do you class him as?
Part-time fighter.
Exactly. What do you class Berto as? Berto's a fighter. As much as we say,
no. He's not a part-time fighter, but since the Mayweather fight, that was what? September. It's 9 months ago. Yeah. Then you had the curse of Mayweather. Look at Maidana. Look at Guerrero. You normally get a curse. He's done well to come back in 9 months. No one else comes back. Before that was Josito Lopez. And before that was injuries. Injuries. So he's not really been really active himself. And let's be fair. Like I said, in his last 7 fights, he had 4 losses. Know what I mean? That's not a fight on the up. All right. Do you want to call it?
I'm gonna call. If I'm going to give a prediction, I can understand why Ryan doesn't, because it's that kind of fight, but if I'm going to give a prediction, I'm going to go for Ortiz stopping Berto.
I'll say Ortiz has the edge in power.
Definitely.
Always have the edge in power.
Don't be fooled, guys, I've done this, we said this already. Don't be fooled by the weigh-in. Because Berto's going to have the best six-pack, like Timothy Bradley, and you're going to think, oh my God.
And he's going to shout.
You know, when he hits, it means nothing. I'm not fooled by it anymore. It's got me before. Doesn't work. Ortiz definitely has the edge in power here. And Ortiz mentality is weak, but when you beat someone before, regardless of your mentality, you think I can beat you again. And he beat him before, and I think he'll beat him again.
I'll tell you this,
and I think that's why it's a big mistake for Berto taking this fight.
I'll tell you this as well. One thing I will say is that Ortiz needs to keep his shine alight. And I think he might have a little bit more motivation overall, knowing that he's part-time, everything. Berto still has a career active, like you said, because of the Mayweather fight. So he's okay. He's got a big payday recently. I don't know when was the last time Ortiz got a real payday.
Imagine Ortiz takes everything from Berto. Berto wins. Ortiz wins. Berto takes nothing from this fight if he wins. Absolutely. Whereas Ortiz will laugh and say, Ortiz will laugh and say, I'm a part-time fighter. Just kick your ass. You know what I mean? I don't even take this stuff serious anymore. And Berto will be like, I beat you. Because we beat me before. But guys, there you go. Berto Ortiz in a couple of weeks it goes down. 2. Be a fun fight, no matter what me and Rana said about this. It'll just be a fun fight between 2 guys that are.
I can't wait for it. I'm itching for it.
They're almost like, if they were British, we'd call them European level fighters. Fringe world level European level fighters. It's a good fight. I can't wait to see it. Don't be fooled by Berto Mayweather, guys. That's just Mayweather playing about, and Ortiz is back from making a film. I didn't finish from making a film. Guys, leave your comments below. Subscribe, tweet, tell us who wins and why. Find a fight. Can't wait to watch this one.